Hello, 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 hello. How you doing? How you doing? Are you getting up, getting out, and getting into something? I hope so. Well, as for me, this is Mama Roxy Says, and I'm here for your wallet, your purses, and your pocketbooks, my baby, your hearts, and your minds. How's everybody been going? As for me, I've been having a hell of a week, and my weekend was terrible. I haven't been sleeping too much. I was going to get my nails done. I went to get my nails, and that's what they look like, y'all. And it's a burgundy wine color. And I got my toes done, and I did some shopping and getting things in order. And then, as I was on my way out, I called my daughter, Pam, to come pick me up, and I received a phone call. And I didn't know that number, but something told me, pick that phone up, Roxy. So I picked that phone up. And it was my auntie. It's the way she say my name that only my family, like my aunties and my uncles, say my name. And I'm like, Auntie. She like, yes. I said, what's wrong? I knew something was wrong when she called me. She said that they found my mom unresponsive today, Friday. I'm in the middle of Walmart. I can't breathe. I can't move. I can't do anything. But my daughter had paged me or called me to let me know she was outside. So I'm on that little amigo thing because you know my feet hurt because I've been outside for about 10 hours. And I get out and I I'm sitting there. I roll out and I'm sitting there. She get out to help me. She say, Mom, what's wrong? And I couldn't speak. I couldn't talk. I couldn't do nothing, nothing. And I just started crying. She say, breathe. You changing colors. Breathe. So I'm breathing. I said, they found your grandma unresponsive. My mom had went down there to go check on my uncle because my uncle has Parkinson's. He's such a busy man, being the strong, older, vibrant. I build houses and furniture, and he don't want to sit down. I understand that. You don't want to sit down. When there's something going on with you, you don't want to accept the truth. You don't want to be able to not be independent. You don't want to have to depend on somebody. You don't want to have to take orders from somebody. So I called her earlier that day. She uh she sounded funny. I said, "What's wrong?" I'm tired. I say, "Well, I went to go look for your uncle today. I couldn't find him." And I'm like, "Okay." She was like, I went outside and he was on the roof. On the roof, y'all. I can tell in her voice that just scared the living hell out of her. It did. And I'm like, Mom, are you okay? I'm like, is he okay? Somebody had to come and help him get down. Hold that thought, y'all. Yep, and um, that just did something to her. I don't know. So I guess it kind of hit off a stress thing for her, and she ended up going to the hospital. I had to talk to my auntie, my cousins called, my brother called, and I don't drive, so I wouldn't have had anybody to pick me up from the airport or the bus station. I couldn't have got there fast enough, but they ran a couple of tests on her. You know, she had breast cancer, and she she passed it. She was good. But then I got another little call from my aunt and said that it ain't good. It So listen, when you are in a family, you cannot withhold your health issues. You cannot think that you saving somebody. You cannot just act like ain't nothing going on. You can't do that. You gotta inform your peoples. You gotta talk to your children. You gotta talk to your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or girlfriend, your best friend, something. You don't have to go through things alone. I don't care how you think it's gonna make somebody feel, but it may make somebody feel a little bit more different than what you think because things that they didn't do, they will do. Things that they didn't say, maybe they will say. Or just being able to be there and help you, let make you feel that you don't have to go through things alone. That's important. You got to learn to be we got to learn to be more open, everybody. We got to learn to love each other and share what's going on and respect the process. That's what it is. It's a process. When you're going through something, you don't know what the outcome gonna be. You don't know what's gonna happen in between there. You don't know these things. That's why you gotta share, and then it won't be such a surprise. It won't be a shock. It won't be so hurt. It won't be so lost to a family. Because then you give them the opportunity, even when you know you're gonna love them anyway. But it's sometimes you may go a couple of days, man, I talk to them. Maybe now you're gonna pick up that phone a little bit more often. Maybe now you're gonna say I love you a little bit more. I mean, it shouldn't have to take something to make you express yourself. For sure it shouldn't. But sometimes it do. Everybody have lives that they lead, and I know that for sure because I do it with my kids. Sometimes you don't want to call them because you don't want to disturb them and you don't want to ask them for everything because you know that they got a lot of stuff going on and because you know. But if I got something going on with me, I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna be like, listen, I got another damn hernia. Listen, I might not be able to get up for a couple of days. You might have to come walk the dog. You may have to bring me something to eat. I just may need a little conversation. How you gonna feel if something happened and you haven't given them the opportunity to make the wrongs into some rights? You understand what I'm saying? You don't be selfish with your love. Don't be selfish with yourself. Don't be selfish with your man or your words. Don't be selfish. I will say, be mindful of your words. You just can't say anything and then expect for people to respect you or expect for people to honor the things that comes out your mouth. You got to be respectful of your mouth, of your words. But give your love, give your time, give your effort, give your consistency. You got to give that. I didn't know. I couldn't function, y'all. I didn't know if I was coming or going. I didn't want to go to sleep because I didn't want to miss no phone calls. I couldn't eat anything, and you know I have to eat. I have neuropathy and lupus and fibromyalgia. I got a couple of things going on. I have to eat. I can't miss a meal. My body is shut down. I couldn't. I eat a little of this, drink some water, eat a little of this, keep going, keep going. When I found out Friday, all I did was pace. I cleaned up. I put stuff away. Saturday, I had a game for my granddaughter, but they were sick, so I went to the mall. I stayed at the mall from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. My son came up and picked me up, him and my daughter, and we went to Goodwill. I stayed in Goodwill for a minute. We went to another store, stayed in there for a minute. By the time I got home, my goddaughter and my godson knew that I was going through something. They was like, "Get your clothes on. You don't need to be in the house." Yeah, I got dressed, went back out at 9 o'clock, didn't get back in till 3 something, didn't go back to bed, been up Sunday doing homework, cleaning up, putting things in order. I couldn't function. She doing fine, but she still gotta get from where she at and get back home. I'm going down there when she come home. Cause I know my way. I know how to get on a train. I know how to get on a bus. I know how to get to her there. I just didn't have a way to get to her there. If I had a plane, if I got on a plane, then when nobody be able to pick me up from the airport. She miles away from Ubers and she miles away. They country. Then if I would have took the bus, they discharged her, I think, Sunday. She going home tomorrow. So I wouldn't have got there until today or tomorrow. Then I would have to get right back on the train. My body ain't made like that. I'm already shutting down. What I'm saying to you and yours, life is too short to be stubborn. Life is too short not to share the good or the bad. Life is too short to be angry, pissed off, mad. Whatever it is. You gotta put this shit past you. Yes, I know how I feel to get old. I am getting old. Yes, I know how I feel when your body hurt and you got things going on and you don't want to tell everybody because you don't want everybody feeling sorry for you. But maybe it's not the sorriness that you need. It's the help that would be nice. You know what I'm saying? It's the help. When I was going through the things that I was going through, I didn't want to tell everybody. I didn't. But then I started learning that I'm not the only one going through something. I'm not. Like I sit here and I talk to y'all, and I talk to y'all because it's somebody else out there right now that's going through what I'm going through with a hard headed person, a hard headed mama, a hard headed daughter, son, uncle, auntie, cousin. Somebody is hard headed as hell and they ain't listening. But you gotta do your talking, you gotta share your love, you gotta let them know that you there. But don't beat yourself down. I beat myself down for these few days, y'all. You know I got class. I just started getting in that groove where thanks to my niece Ayana helping me post my homework, I've been on point. I'm a writer. I like to write. So that's no thing. I can write the stories. Now I just started a meditation class. The book is amazing. The teacher is great, and I'm learning how to be a little bit more mellow, even though I just started the class on the 26th. And I'm learning the meditation, how to breathe, sit up properly, how to execute that breathing, how to expand and work from within. And the main thing is peace. You got to deal with what you got to deal with, and you got to have peace. But like I've been learning ever since I was young, you got to have, it's a balance between good and bad, right? It's a balance. If you always have bad in your life, always have bad, you never know how to appreciate good when it comes to you. If you always have good and had everything handed to you and had this and had that and had this, when the bad come, you're not gonna know how to handle that. You understand? So it gotta be a balance in between there. It's a balance. And you gotta be able to deal with the good and the bad. I've been through hell and back, and I've had some amazing accomplishments in my life. I've had a beautiful family. I'm having a beautiful family. My home, all of that. You guys, all of that. My mom and dad is still here. All of that. My brother, my sisters, my nieces, my nephews, my aunties, my uncles. Some of them are fading, but that's all a part of life. That's all a part of life. But one thing I'm learning is life is short. You better show you them I love yous. You better call and say, hey there, how you doing? Didn't want much. Just call to tell you I love you. You better make time. Because then you're going to be sitting back and you're going to be hurt and you're going to be devastated because You didn't take time to pick up the phone. You didn't take the time to call. You didn't take the time to visit. You didn't take the time for shit. You're going to regret those. I didn't. You're going to regret them. I'm not trying to regret anything. I talk to my mom every day, me and my brother. We call, we chat. We can't video chat because she don't like that. But we call and we talk. I've been on it. Thanks to my auntie, Charlene, and my cousin Desi. And baby, man, they was on it. They was calling. They knew more about being down south because that's where they're from than anything. I called and found the hospital. It was 10 of them. 10. I had gotten through 5 of them before my cousin called me, and my cousin was like, I got it. I got the information, Roxy. I got it. She all right. She made it home. She has a, um, she gonna be so mad that I'm making this video, but I don't care. Because she always said you're supposed to keep your personal life to yourself. That's what's wrong with everybody. Stuff that you're supposed to tell, you don't tell. Anyway, she didn't. She hit her head a couple of times on the job. I've hit my head so many times, y'all. Y'all even see right here, I got a dent, a deep dent from putting my Timu stand together. I was bleeding up a damn storm, and I've hit that place twice. My daughter Lizetta was in a car accident. She got a little dent right here. She always get them headaches, and she always, whenever something happens, she always hit her head in the same damn spot. Me, I got 2 spots. I got this one, and I hit my head in the refrigerator. The freezer hit me all the damn time, about 3 times, to the point where you can get concussions from those. You can get things going on with your head. You can get She got a scar, like a scar inside her brain that come from hitting her head. And when she fell, she hit her head again, so they had to run scans, and it's a little tumor right there. Am I functioning? No. I wrote one of my teachers yesterday out of stress, and I told him, listen, it was the one, my other one, and I had to watch The Office. That's the thing, The Office, the sitcom The Office. I couldn't watch that. I couldn't function. I couldn't sit still. I couldn't get my thoughts right on what he had said. I don't know, but I was able to do it for my other classes because I had been in here for so long. And that trying to it's like I don't know. So when I tell y'all I'm kind of lost, I'm kind of lost. She good. She good, but is she really good? Is it something that she hiding from us and we don't know? That's terrifying, y'all. It is. This is terrifying. And I know her thoughts is, Roxy, you are not in good health. Ain't nobody in good health. Nobody. They may have a great body, but is their mind tight? They may have a tight mind, but is something wrong with their body? Something wrong with their heart? Something wrong with the way they think? Anything. Nobody is all 100%. You can't hide things. You can't keep things to yourself that's important. Little minor shit. Yes, you can keep that. You can keep that. The drama, the chaos, the gossip. You can keep that, but tell the truth. Tell what's going on. Share what's happening to you. Let your family know. Let your friends know. Be considerate. You got to. And then now you sitting around and you wondering like, Lord have mercy, Jesus, is she really all right? Is it gonna be all right? I gotta be strong. I'm gotta be strong for my brother. I got grandkids. I got children. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a little time you get tired of being the strong one. You get tired of being the backbone. But I was brought in that way. I gotta be strong. I got to have that backbone. I done had that backbone ever since I was born. I have no choice but to be strong. I have none. But please understand, a strong person, strong willed, strong minded, strong hearted, strong whatever. They get tired sometimes. They do. You need a shoulder to cry on. You need somebody to be there for you. You need somebody to let them know that, girl, no matter what's going on, I got you. Sit down there with me. Don't talk when I start talking. Listen. Don't hit me with your problems, cause I'm trying to hit you with mine right now. I need you to listen. And then after I'm done, wrap your arms around me and tell me it's gonna be okay. Or wrap me up or be like, listen, you got this. No matter what happens, you got this. You know? I already know that. But it would feel so nice to have somebody to tell you that. Actually tell you that. But then don't turn around and hit me with your problems, because I'm already having a hard enough time trying to deal with my own right now. You guys take on, y'all like me, you take on everybody else's shit. You take it on. You sit there and you listen to what's happening to them, and then you got to give an answer. You share, they share what's happening with them and what's going on in their lives and what's happening. I got shit going on in my life. I got shit going on in my head, stuff going on in my body. Sometimes you can't function. You can't function because you dealing with everybody else's. Who dealing with your shit? Who dealing with it? You are. That's where I'm at right now. I don't know if I'm coming or going. I don't. I had to sit down today and make this video. I did. People out here are grown. Your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your uncle, your cousins, your sister, your children. They grown. Once they start hitting them 20s, they grown. Once they start getting out of there and they doing what they want to do, whatever, they grown. You can't live for them. You can't make them do what you want to do. You can't make them do stuff that you don't think is right. They're going to do whatever they want to do. You just got to mind your damn business. You're going to say what you're going to say because that's who you are. That's who I am. I'm going to say a little something. But out of these few years, I learned to keep my mouth shut. When you help your child and they get old, and if something happens, say, like, no, I wouldn't do that. I don't do that. It don't make no sense to do that. But then say like if that guy or that woman they got wasn't shit in the beginning and they end up and they become something. Or they get something. See, I could have been with him if you wouldn't have said nothing. You know that's how it go. I could have had that if you wouldn't have said nothing. But what people fail to understand, if it was meant for you to have, you would have had it. If it was meant for you to be with that person, you would have been with that person, no matter what nobody said. At that time, it wasn't your time to be with them. It wasn't your time to get that. It wasn't your time to be that. It is a time and a place for everything. And I've learned to shut my mouth. I don't have babies no more. I have grown children. I got grandkids. You can't. My kids are raising their kids perfectly. So I don't have to say, well, you shouldn't say that, or you shouldn't do that, or you can't say nothing because what they're going to tell you, stay in your place. You had your kids already. So I stay in my place. And I got a dog. I got a dog. I'm real tight with my family. But the moral of this things right here is life happens around us every single day. We got to learn to respect each other, love each other, and treat each other with kindness. We got to learn that there's something going on inside our families, with our friends, whatever somebody that's close to you. You need to open your damn mouth and talk. You need to tell somebody so everybody can figure out what's going on. A family that prays and eat together, prays and talk together, stay together, live together, learn together. I ain't gonna say live together. I'm gonna say learn together. I'm gonna say pray together. I'm gonna say I don't care where you at. You can get on that phone and we can make a connection and we can pray. Because the more prayers you get receiving coming in, ain't no telling what the outcome may be. Than just having one or two people praying for you. You got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 people praying for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been going through. This was supposed to be in a Timu hall and some other hall, but I'm not functioning. I wrote my teacher and I said, listen, I can't function. Please just give me a little time. Give me a little time to get my mind right. I'm not wrapping my mind around nothing right now. But I love y'all. I'm gonna come back with this Timu haul. I got a couple of hauls to post for you guys. I got things coming from Shein, more things coming from Temu. All my stuff from Walmart has came so far. I got furniture coming and everything. So uh, I see it since I started school. But I felt like this for about the last 2 years. I've been uplifting myself and treating myself better, far as my health, far as my thoughts, far as my body, far as peace. And yeah, I still do the dating, but I've learned that after my first or second talk with you, you don't give me that vibe. I don't feel like I can get peace with you even as a friend. I don't talk to him no more. I'm not looking for nobody that's gonna bring me chaos. I'm not looking for nobody that's gonna bring me drama. I'm not trying to be friends with benefits. I'm not trying to be in a poly relationship. I'm not trying to deal with nobody SHIT because I have my own. Now, if you got good conversation and we on the friend level, I'm cool with that. If we just phone buddies and we called and I could talk to you and you could talk to me and we can share our days and we can whatever, I'm cool with that. I'm not, I feel like I'm too old for friends with benefits. To be sitting around and just sleeping around with people just because I get that urge. No, I don't want that. I had that urge plenty of many a times. Deal with it. That's what I do. I deal with it. I don't let that urge overtake me no more. I don't let loneliness overtake me. It used to. Like, oh my God, I'm so tired of doing things to myself. Oh my God, I wish I had somebody to lay with me, or I wish I had somebody to go out and kick it with and cook with. And I used to. I got out of that when I met Jimmy. That was the last boyfriend, the guy I had. I overlooked the red flags. I was so excited to have somebody that felt me and that was ready for me. I was ready, but in the process I overlooked all the red flags. Just because I was lonely, just because I was bored, just because. So that was a year and a half ago, almost two. I don't make them mistakes no more. I'm listening. I'm looking at the red flags. You ain't got time. You can't pick up that phone and call. You can't do what you're supposed to for me. You can't give me consistency, time, and effort. Then I have no use for you. That's the truth. If you constantly calling, no, if you come, I'm a phone person. If you constantly texting me, but you don't want to call, and you're right here in the States, and you can talk to me on the phone, but you choose not to, that's a red flag to me. Why can't you talk? You can't send no videos, no pictures. Why not? I can send them. That's a red flag to me. So I'm following my first mind, my premonitions, my thoughts, my don't do it, whatever. I'm following those to the T. Because what I've learned right now is, baby, there's nothing like your peace. Nothing like it. There is nothing like not having to argue. There's nothing like having somebody you can't trust. It's nothing like somebody sitting in your house and you paying all the bills and you doing this and you doing that. You working your ass to the bone while they do nothing. No. Or you got somebody that wants everybody. I don't want that. I'm a sexy old broad. I smell good. I know what I bring to the table. I know what I want. Only thing I don't have is I don't drive. I don't. I don't. That's the only thing I don't do. I know my worth. I know what I bring to the table. I know what I deserve. I know what I don't want. I know what I'm going to put up with. I know what I'm not. So I've learned not to sell myself short. I don't care how damn lonely you get. I don't care how good the package look. If it ain't got half them packages that you want in there with that package, then my baby, keep it. Keep it. Because you can do better. I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy my time with Jimmy. I did. I had a marvelous time with him. We stayed gone. I've learned so many things. He taught me so many things. My mom always told me that if you get with somebody, if they can't teach you shit, then you don't need to be with him. Why be with another dumb person? Who we can't be dumb together. Yes, you got to tell some. He taught me how to live off that land. He taught me how to, when it get cold, what I need to do when the lights and the gas and everything go out. He taught me all of that. He taught me how to go out here and find different things. I had my first um taste of frog legs with him because he cooked them for me. But he also showed me what I didn't have to put up with. He also showed me what I settled for. He also showed me that I didn't use my head when I got with him. He showed me that. He showed me that if somebody is telling you fat meat ain't greasy, but you see the grease falling up out of there, it's greasy. He taught me that. He taught me to pay attention even more. He taught me to ask more questions. He taught me that when somebody have done some crazy things to others, when they get mad, what make you think that they wouldn't do that to you? Hmm. Make you think, huh? Mm-hmm. I'm a strong woman all the time. I don't take no shit off nobody, and I ain't gonna start now. I never have, and I never will. If that means I have to find myself by myself, then I would. I go through a lot of stuff during the dating thing. You deal with people that act like they know what they want, but they really don't. I like young men, so you deal with guys that's looking for a sugar mama, and you deal with guys looking for a place to stay. You deal with guys that wanna know what it feels like to be with an older woman. You gotta listen for these things. If I hear those things, then I don't need those things. When I talk to an older man, girl, let me tell you, I talked to an older man, about 57, 58 years old. And we talked for a little while and we ended up exchanging phone numbers, but he would call, but he wouldn't. I'll call, but I wouldn't. We'll text here and text there. And we hadn't talked to each other in about 2 or 3 weeks. Girl, my phone blowing up at 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock. I just went to bed, finishing homework, honey. My phone blowing up. And it ain't blowing up, just blowing up. It's blowing up from ringing. It's blowing up on video chat. It's blowing up on Messenger. And I'm like, what the hell? I pick up the phone. Now this MF is sitting there, buck. You hear me? Buck freaking naked. Looked like he had P. Diddy oil all over him. All over him. Matter of fact, I don't even think he had P. Diddy oil. I think he had some Vaseline, that cheap one that be white when you put it on your skin. He had that. And it was all over him, and he was naked. And he was holding himself. And he said, I want you to look at me. What the what? I want you to look at what you can have. Keep that shit. That's what I said. And I called, man. And then I hung up on them and blocked them on everything. So you see, you get the old ones, they crazy. They they crazy, and you can get some young ones, they don't know what they want. They just so what I'm doing is I'm just listening. I'm just listening. You get some you vibe with, but you can only vibe with them on a friend type situation. And that's all it is. Just that. That's just that. But am I lonely? No. Not no more. I've learned to get over that loneliness. I've learned to not settle. I've learned to be patient. I've learned that if it's not what I want, then I don't get it. I don't want it. I'm not going to accept it. I don't care. You could be the finest thing out there, my baby. But if you ain't ready for me in no way, shape, form, or fashion, then I am not ready for you. And I'm not gonna waste my time. I learned to stop wasting my time. I have. I've learned to stop wasting my time. I've learned to not settle. I've learned to be respectful and loving and kind and I'm all that. I'm all that in a bag of Doritos. But everybody don't deserve them Doritos. So you guys gotta learn to know your worth, babies. Please. Learn to know your worth. Don't give that up. Don't give your peace up. Don't give nothing. Be thankful for who you are, what you are, and whatever you trying to be, keep being that. Don't let nobody talk you out of it. Don't let nobody make you feel some type of way because you trying to strive to get something. You trying to strive to build something. You trying to be a better you. You trying to be a better person. You trying to be a better whatever. Have a peace of mind. Somebody gonna come in and try to destroy it. Somebody gonna come in and try to put you down. Somebody gonna come in and try to take your peace. Don't let them do it. Don't you let them do it. Don't you do it. You got this. I'm telling you. But I love you. She fine. She'll be home. When she come home, I'll be going to her as soon as she get home. But I just wanted to get on here and I needed to vent for a minute. I needed to let you know that if you're going through something, you are not out here by yourself. You got some stuff that's going on. Believe me, somebody else got something going on 10 times worse than you do. You a little lonely? I am too. But I'm learning not to settle. You a little fed up with stuff? I am too. But I'm learning not to deal with it. I'm learning to deal with it, handle it, do what I can, and put the rest in his hands upstairs. The other part that ain't worth having, I just don't mess with it. Hello? Love y'all and ciao. Ciao.